Welcome back to our channel, Coin Enthusiasts. Today we're diving deep into the world of American coins, exploring 6 ultra-rare and unique USA Lincoln 1 cent and Monticello 5 cents coins. These coins are not just historical treasures, they're also potential gold mines for collectors. So, if you've been wondering what treasures might be hiding in your change jar or coin collection, stick around. We'll break down each coin's unique features, rarity, and current market value in dollars. Let's get started. First up, we're diving deep into the world of Jefferson nickels, focusing on the Monticello 5 cents coin from 1947 without a mint mark. This classic piece of U.S. currency has been a favorite among collectors, and you might be surprised at how much it can be worth today, especially in very fine condition. So let's uncover the story behind this coin, its history, key features, and of course its market value in today's collector market. Before we talk about its market value, let's take a brief look at the history of the Monticello 5 cents coin. The Jefferson nickel series was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. The coin was designed by artist Felix Schlag, featuring President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his Virginia state Monticello on the reverse. The design has become iconic, remaining largely unchanged for decades. The 1947 Monticello nickel was produced shortly after World War II. This year is significant because the production of nickels returned to using the standard composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel, after the wartime changes when nickels were made with a silver alloy. This 1947 coin is a post-war issue, giving it historical significance and making it a must-have for any collector aiming to complete a Jefferson nickel collection. This particular coin comes without a mint mark, indicating it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. The Philadelphia Mint was the main producer of these nickels in 1947, as denoted by the absence of a mint mark. Now, when it comes to coin collecting, the condition of the coin is key in determining its market value. Coins are graded based on the amount of wear they show, and for this 1947 Jefferson nickel, we're focusing on the very fine condition. But what does very fine mean? In very fine condition, the 1947 Jefferson nickel shows moderate wear. Key details on Jefferson's face, such as his hair and cheekbones, will still be well defined, though there might be some flatness in the highest points of the design. On the reverse side, Monticello's dome will show wear, but many of the architectural details will still be visible. Overall, it's a coin that has seen circulation but has been relatively well preserved. The 1947 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is exceedingly rare, but coins in high grades like very fine condition can still attract a premium. Part of its desirability stems from its status as a post-World War II coin, symbolizing a return to normalcy in the United States and its currency system. Collectors often seek to build complete sets of Jefferson nickels, including all the different years and mint marks, making even common dates like the 1947 nickel a key part of any collection. So, what kind of market value are we looking at for a 1947 Monticello 5 cents coin in very fine condition? Let's dive into the numbers. As of today, a 1947 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark in very fine condition generally fetches a price in the range $245,000 on the collector market. Now, that may seem like a lot compared to some of the rarer coins, and remember, this is several times its original face value of 5 cents. The 1947 Monticello 5 cents coin without a mint mark is a wonderful piece for both seasoned collectors and those just starting their journey in coin collecting. While the rarest coin out there, its historical context and status as part of the Jefferson nickel series give it a special place in American numismatics. Next up, we're diving into the history and value of a classic and sought-after coin, the 1937 Lincoln wheat penny with no mint mark. Specifically, we're looking at this penny in very fine condition, a state that holds a good market value today. If you have one of these coins or are simply curious about its worth, stick around as we break down its history, rarity, and the current market value. First, let's take a brief journey back in time to understand the historical significance of this penny. The Lincoln wheat penny, minted from 1909 to 1958, was the first U.S. coin to bear the portrait of a historical figure, Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this iconic coin features the famous wheat ears on the reverse side, a representation of prosperity and agriculture in America. However, its condition and specific details, such as mint marks, play a crucial role in determining its value in the collector's market today. The absence of a mint mark on the 1937 penny indicates that it was minted in Philadelphia. Philadelphia-produced coins typically don't have a mint mark, unlike those from the Denver or San Francisco mints. Before we discuss the market value, it's important to understand what very fine condition means in coin grading terms. Coins in very fine condition have some signs of wear, especially on the higher points of the design. However, the main features, such as Lincoln's portrait and the wheat ears, remain sharp and well defined. For a 1937 Lincoln wheat penny, A very fine condition means the lines in the wheat ears are still mostly visible and Lincoln's cheek and jawline are clear despite slight wear. Grading is crucial because a coin's condition significantly impacts its value. Coins in better condition fetch a higher price on the market. Very fine condition is highly desirable because it strikes a balance between being affordable for collectors while still showcasing the coin's design with clarity. Now, let's get to the part you've been waiting for: the market value of the 1937 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark in very fine condition. As of today, this penny is considered relatively valuable, especially for those building a complete Lincoln wheat penny collection. In very fine condition, a 1937 Lincoln wheat penny can command a value in the range $385,000. While this might seem highest compared to rare coins, and it is significant for a penny that was once part of everyday change, its value comes from its age, historical significance, and condition. The 1937 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark in very fine condition is a valuable and fascinating coin for collectors. Its historical context, coupled with its timeless design, makes it an appealing addition to any collection. While its market value might make you instantly rich, and it holds steady worth that can appreciate over time as fewer coins in this condition remain. Next up, we have a very special coin to discuss, a true gem for collectors, the Monticello 5 cents from 1944 with an S mint mark in very fine condition. This coin has become a sought-after treasure in the collector's market due to its historical significance and unique properties. Stick around as we reveal why this coin is so valuable, what makes it unique, and of course its current market value in dollars today. Let's start by going back in time to 1944 during World War II. This was a time of great change and scarcity, even in the world of coinage. From 1942 to 1945, the U.S. Mint produced the so-called war nickels to conserve precious metals like nickel for the war effort. The composition of these nickels was changed to 56% copper, 35% silver, and 9% manganese. Our featured coin, the 1944 with S mint mark Monticello nickel, is one of these wartime issues, making it distinct and highly collectible. This coin was minted in San Francisco, denoted by the S mint mark found on the reverse side, just above the iconic image of Monticello, Thomas Jefferson's Virginia home. The presence of the mint mark on the reverse side of the coin is characteristic of all war nickels, adding to their collectible nature. The 1944 with S mint mark Monticello nickel showcases the classic design by Felix Schlag, which had been used since 1938. The obverse features a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson. This design is known for its fine details, like the intricate features of Jefferson's profile and his wavy hair, which become even more valuable when preserved in better conditions. The reverse side features the beautiful depiction of Monticello, Jefferson's estate, and includes the S mint mark above the building. Now, here's something unique about this coin: the silver content. Due to its 35% silver composition, the 1944 with S mint mark Monticello nickel is considered a silver nickel. This gives the coin intrinsic value, regardless of its condition, because of the silver market. However, the coin's collector value often surpasses its silver value, especially in very fine condition. For coin collectors, condition is everything, and that's where the term very fine comes in. A 1944 with S mint mark nickel in very fine condition typically shows moderate wear on the high points of Jefferson's hair and Monticello, but key details remain clear. You can still see the windows and pillars of Monticello, and Jefferson's features are distinguishable, though slightly worn. This grade represents a coin that has been circulated but has maintained its details quite well. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for: the market value of this 1944 with S mint mark Monticello nickel in very fine condition today. Due to its historical significance, silver content, and the relatively lower mintage compared to other years, this coin has become quite valuable. As of today, a 1944 with S mint mark nickel in very fine condition typically sells for $655,000 on the collector's market. The exact value can vary depending on factors like silver prices, demand among collectors, and the coin's visual appeal. This might seem highest. The 1944 with S mint mark Monticello nickel is more than just a 5-cent piece. It's a slice of American history, a relic from the wartime era, and a treasure for collectors today. In very fine condition, this coin can bring in a nice return, and if it's in even better shape, its value can skyrocket. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, the 1944 with S mint mark nickel is definitely one to watch out for in the numismatic world. Next up, we're diving deep into a classic American coin, the 1957 with D mint mark Lincoln wheat penny. These pennies have long fascinated collectors due to their rich history, unique design, and ever-changing market value. If you own one of these coins in very fine condition, you might be sitting on a small treasure. Stay tuned as we explore the 1957 with D mint mark wheat penny's background its distinguishing features, and its current market value in dollars. The 1957 with D mint mark Lincoln Wheat Penny is part of the famous Wheat Penny series that was minted from 1909 to 1958. Designed by Victor D. Brenner, the coin was the first to feature the likeness of President Abraham Lincoln commemorating his 100th birth anniversary in 1909. The wheat ears on the reverse side of the coin symbolize prosperity and growth, values that resonate with America's agricultural roots. The 1957 with D mint mark Lincoln Wheat Penny features Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse with the inscriptions Liberty and In God We Trust surrounding it. The date, 1957, and the D mint mark appear to the right of Lincoln's profile. On the reverse, you'll find two stalks of wheat framing the words 1 cent and United States of America along with the inscription E pluribus unum above. The coin is composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it that classic bronze appearance. Weighing 3.11 grams with a diameter of 19 millimeters, the 1957 D is both iconic and unmistakable. Its details, including the prominent D mint mark and well-defined wheat stalks, make it a collectible piece, especially when found in very fine condition. When we say a coin is in very fine condition, we're referring to a specific grade that considers its overall appearance and wear. A 1957 with D mint mark Lincoln Wheat Penny in very fine condition will have moderate wear on both the obverse and reverse, but will still display key design elements clearly. For example, on the obverse, you can still make out Lincoln's facial details, though they might be slightly flattened from circulation. On the reverse, the wheat ears will show some signs of wear but remain distinct, with individual lines visible. This grade is highly sought after by collectors who value coins that have been preserved reasonably well despite years of circulation. So, what is the 1957 with D mint mark Lincoln Wheat Penny worth in today's market if it's in very fine condition? Well, as of now, the value of this coin varies based on factors like its condition, copper prices, and market demand. In very fine condition, the 1957 D Lincoln Wheat Penny typically ranges between $200,000. While that might sound like a fortune, and it's significantly more than its original face value. You might be wondering, why collect the 1957 with D mint mark Lincoln Wheat Penny if it's particularly rare or highly valuable? Well, this coin holds historical significance as part of the final years of the Wheat Penny series before it transitioned to the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. For many collectors, completing a set of wheat pennies is a rewarding challenge, and the 1957 with D mint mark is an essential piece of that puzzle. Additionally, due to its high copper content, the coin carries an intrinsic metal value, which fluctuates with copper prices. While not a primary factor in its collectible value, this metal composition adds a layer of interest for some collectors and investors. The 1957 with D mint mark Lincoln Wheat Penny is more than just a humble cent. It represents a piece of American history, a snapshot of mid-20th century minting practices, and a tangible connection to the past. While it might be the most valuable coin in your collection, and its charm lies in its design, heritage, and the thrill of finding one in such well-preserved condition. Next up, we're focusing on a classic piece of American coinage, the 1954 Monticello 5 cents coin, also known as the Jefferson nickel, without a mint mark and in extra fine condition. Is this vintage nickel worth more than just 5 cents? Let's find out. Before we get started, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more valuable insights into the world of numismatics. Now, let's get into it. First, a bit of background on the 1954 Jefferson nickel. The Jefferson nickel series started in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. This series features an image of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, designed by Felix Schlag. On the reverse, it displays Jefferson's famous residence, Monticello, giving it its distinctive nickname, the Monticello nickel. The 1954 nickel came out at a time when America was in the midst of post-war economic prosperity. This coin carries a piece of history, reflecting the country's enduring values and heritage. Since this nickel doesn't have a mint mark, it was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, as they did not include mint marks on nickels from that location during this period. Now, let's talk about the condition of the coin. We're focusing on an extra fine condition 1954 Jefferson nickel. In numismatics, condition is everything. When a coin is graded as extra fine, it means that it has light wear on the high points, and most of the details, including the hairlines on Jefferson's profile and the windows and columns on Monticello, are still clearly visible. This condition is highly desirable to collectors who want a coin that retains a lot of its original detail and luster. Now, the big question, what is this coin worth on the collector's market today? Well, the 1954 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark in extra fine condition typically holds a higher value than coins in lower grades like good or fine conditions. Due to its age and historical significance, it's a sought-after piece for collectors, especially those looking to complete their Jefferson nickel sets. As of now, the market value for a 1954 Monticello nickel without a mint mark in extra fine condition ranges $180,000. Yes, it might sound like a lot, and considering its face value of only 5 cents, that's a significant increase. Coins in even better conditions, such as uncirculated grades, can fetch even higher prices. But keep in mind that the value of a coin can fluctuate depending on the demand, rarity, and overall market conditions. In some cases, coins of the same year and condition might sell for slightly more if they exhibit exceptional eye appeal or if they are part of a set being sold at auction. Next up, we're taking a close look at a classic piece of American numismatic history, the 1942 Lincoln wheat penny, particularly the one without a mint mark in fine condition. These pennies are part of the beloved wheat penny series, and they have intrigued collectors for generations. So, how much is this coin really worth on the market today? Let's find out. Before we jump into the current market value, let's take a step back to understand the historical significance of the 1942 Lincoln wheat penny. The Lincoln wheat cent was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. This coin design featured Lincoln's portrait on the obverse front side, making it the first U.S. coin to feature a president's likeness. The reverse side of the coin bears two stalks of wheat framing the words 1 cent and United States of America, hence its nickname, the wheat penny. The coin's designer, Victor David Brenner, wanted to capture Lincoln's legacy, and the design quickly became an iconic part of American coinage. The 1942 edition is part of this enduring series, which was minted from 1909 until 1958. The 1942 Lincoln wheat penny was struck at two mints, Philadelphia and Denver. Today we're focusing on the Philadelphia minted penny, which can be identified by its lack of a mint mark. If your 1942 penny does not have a mint mark under the date, it was minted in Philadelphia. In terms of composition, the 1942 wheat penny is made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. With the onset of World War II, the U.S. government had to conserve resources, which eventually led to the production of steel pennies in 1943. However, the 1942 penny retained the traditional copper composition, adding to its historical significance. For collectors, a coin's condition plays a critical role in determining its market value. The coin we're discussing today is in fine condition, which is a mid-level grade on the coin grading scale. So, what does a fine condition mean for a 1942 Lincoln wheat penny? In a fine condition penny, Lincoln's features are well worn but still visible. You can make out most of the design details, including the lines in Lincoln's hair and some of the finer elements of his profile. On the reverse, the wheat stalks are worn down, but the lines within the wheat ears may still be partially visible. This grading suggests that the coin has seen some circulation but remains well preserved for its age. Here's the moment you've been waiting for. How much is a 1942 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark in fine condition worth today? While prices can fluctuate depending on various market factors, we'll give you a comprehensive overview based on recent market trends. As of now, a 1942 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark in fine condition typically sells $195,000. While this might seem highest, and it's worth noting that this value far exceeds the coin's original face value of 1 cent, indicating its collector's market worth. While the 1942 Lincoln wheat penny in fine condition might make you rich, it's an accessible entry point for new collectors and a cherished piece of history for seasoned enthusiasts. Collecting coins like this one can also be a rewarding long-term investment. As the number of well-preserved wheat pennies diminishes over time, the value of those remaining in circulation or in private collections could potentially increase. If you found this video helpful and you'd like to learn more about the value of other coins in your collection, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell. Let us know in the comments if you have a 1942 wheat penny and what condition it's in. Thanks for watching and happy collecting.